Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rinda Biswanti. So today I would like to give explanation about syntactic ambiguity. Okay, let me start. Syntactic ambiguity, also called structural ambiguity or grammatical ambiguity, is the presence of two or more possible meanings within a single sentence or sequence of words, as opposed to lexical ambiguity, which is the presence of two or more possible meanings within a single word. And how ambiguity leads to misunderstanding. Syntactic ambiguity generally results from poor word choice. If care is not used when selecting phrases that taken in a connotative rather than a denotative context may have more than one meaning. Or if the sentences in which they are used are not properly constructed, the result can often be confusing for readers or listeners. Here are some examples. For the first is, the professor said on Monday he would give an exam. The sentence means either that it was on Monday that professor told the class about the exam, or that the exam would be given on Monday. The second, the burglar threatened the student with a knife. This sentence either means that a knife-wielding burglar threatened a student, or a student a burglar threatened was holding a knife. Third, visiting relatives can be boring. This sentence either means that the act of visiting one's relatives can lead to boredom, or that visiting relatives can sometimes make for less than scintillating company. Fourth, call me cab. Of the sentence, there are two meanings, namely the person asks to be called a cab, or he orders to call him a cab. And five, Bob hit the man with a stick. This phrasing is unclear as to whether a man was hit with a stick or whether a man with a stick was struck by Bob. And six, the murderer killed the student with a book. We know what all these words mean individually, but all together they are ambiguous. Was the book used a murder weapons, or was the victim carrying a book during the attack? As we'll see in later examples, this kind of ambiguity can easily be caused by poor grammar. 7. He ate the cookies on the couch. For example, could mean that he ate those cookies that were on the couch as opposed to those that were on the table, or it could mean that he was sitting on the couch when he ate the cookies. 8. Parrot knows a richer man than Trump. It has two meanings, that Parrot knows a man who is richer than Trump, and that Parrot knows man who is richer than any man Trump knows, and is therefore ambiguous. 9. There are cooking apples. A comment about the apple variety, or about what people are doing to apples. And the last is, look at the dog with one eye. Am I to close an eye and look at the dog? Or does the dog have one eye?